We are now live. Welcome to another edition of Dabs with Shmeeans. Um, we have a very special guest with us this week, Mr. Nigel Hall. He's going to be joining us in a sec. Really quick, let me just play the Dabs with Shmeeans theme song while y'all come in the room. All right. Let's bring in Mr. Hall and see what happens here. 3, 2, 1, bam.
Yo, what up?
Hey, man. Thank you for coming on the show, Mr. Hall.
What's up, bro?
Why don't we start by smoking a little something real quick. Everybody, happy 420.
Yeah, right at the top of the show, huh? Of course, this is your show.
Right at the top, right at the top. Wait, real quick. What are you smoking on? I want to know.
Weed.
Weed.
This is my piece given to me by a really good friend of mine because I lost my dab now and I can't do dabs.
Oh, well, we'll have to
But
solve that.
as you've clearly just seen, it works.
If anyone out there has a spare dab brick for Nigel Hall, please, I need your help.
Yeah, I fucked up. I was cleaning my dab rig, and I had it all cleaned out. I just took it out the microwave. It was spick and span. I mean, this thing was ready, and it was really filthy before I cleaned it. So I was really looking forward to cleaning it. Man, I took the nail out, and I know where I put it. I put it right on the thing, right next to the thing to make my tea, right by the microwave. And I went to look for it as soon as I pulled it out because I got it all nice and clean. Gave it the final scrub down. It was sparkling. I could go get it right now because I haven't used it since then. So you can see actually how clean it is. Man, I couldn't find that thing. I was fucking running. I was throwing shit around here mad for weeks. Like, where the fuck is this thing? What's up, Bruce? I see Bruce in the house. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Bruce!
Someone said Mr. Clark, which made me laugh really, really hard.
What?
Mr. Clark.
Mr. Clark. Code 10.
That's hilarious.
I'm drinking Tang. For all y'all want to know what I'm drinking. It's the taste of the 70s.
Drinking water out of Adam Deitch glass.
Ah, right here. See.
Yeah. You've actually been on the show before, just in glass form.
Oh, nice.
This is just your human appearance.
Nice. What's up?
So
I got my rose.
I just want to show you my new toy real quick, because.
What is that?
My boy made this for me. It's
what is
kind
that?
Of like, it's my custom dab station. All right.
Oh, shit.
So check it out. I've got the Q-tips. I've got my little cleaning stuff. I've got the timer. I've got my carb cap, and look at this, magnetic. So it doesn't fall, and it doesn't.
You are a dabber like I am a bowler.
So look, my boy gave this to me. So if you go on Instagram, and you look up custom dab stations, he will make you one. If this is like kind of your thing, and it's like handmade.
That's great.
And all
That's great. Only if I had Instagram.
Well,
I might be all right. I'm making an announcement here. This is an unofficial announcement. I got a record that's going to come out. A new record coming out in probably like a month. I'm going to start my Instagram account back up soon.
He's back, folks.
But I need a minute, especially right now. I don't feel like seeing images of black people getting killed every 2 seconds when I wake up in the fucking morning. Just like I don't want to see Corey Henry running up and down the keyboard first thing in the morning. So I don't feel like not wanting to fucking play. You know what I'm saying? Like I need a minute. Twitter is giving me everything I kind of need right now because I can. It's not as like blatant, like in your face. You know, you got
I
click
haven't been
on
wanting to
shit.
play.
Huh?
I haven't been wanting to play. I haven't been like, aside from giving like the lessons that I needed to give, like I
I
haven't
mean,
been.
I actually have no choice right now. I got a lot of shit that's going through my mind about stuff like new music. So
Yeah.
and because it never hits me that way, I've just got to go with it because a lot of the stuff is kind of really good, and I don't want it to be a fart in the wind. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I hear that.
And I'm
I
getting
felt
new
like
sounds with
I
my
felt like
stuff, and just I'm really enjoying my time at home because I'm getting into my vibe in my studio. I just had this shit in here when we were out on the road, and I was never was home enough to get in here and really figure out how all of this shit works. And I'm becoming it's I'm really enjoying like not being on social media and learning my shit and learning how I can get really nice road sounds. Like check this out, bro. Uh, you know what I mean? Like I got a vibe going on right now. Like it's a lot.
Whoa.
It's a vibe in here right now.
That's
So
that's
so
incredible.
and then on top of that record that I'm putting out in a month, I got a whole nother quarantine record coming out, which is the shit that I did in here with my friends. You know, shit that we just sit back and forth to each other. You know, all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
and maybe ideas of stuff that I'm writing just because I just have a lot going on in here. And part of that is not being on Instagram in the morning and starting and greeting my day with white people driving their fucking knees in our backs and through the fucking ground and just every day of this shit. It's got to stop. You know,
Yeah, for some
I
people
don't
it
want to
can't
talk too
stop.
much
For some
about it
people
today
it
because I've been
shouldn't
talking
stop.
about it
For
all day. But one of the things that I know is that in order for anything to change, people have to feel the pain. You can't change the pain until you can feel it. You know, and it's going to be fucking weird. This is the beginning of all of this shit. It's going to be fucking weird. Everybody who knows me knows I'm angry black man on aisle 5, as I should be. I have every fucking right to be. But
that's true.
this is going to be rough. And just the start of this whole shit is just going to be really weird to talk to people about how you can do something positive so you can end this shit. It's going to be hard to have that talk with people. And you just got to really fucking just, it's, I need to smoke.
Yeah, I
Like I've
you
been
know, I
talking about
think
it all day. It's like,
yeah, yeah.
that's all that's on TV right now. It's like it's everything. Like I pulled up my Netflix on my phone because I like to use my phone as the caster to the television and stuff. It's just easier for me because if I'm looking at shit and I open up Netflix and the first thing it says is Black Lives Matter, everything. Here's some documentaries that you can watch, so you can continue to feed this fucking bullshit in your head about the systematic oppression of fucking black people since fucking 1619, bro.
Ugh.
And it's like I really wanted to change. We all wanted to change, but like, you know, it's I'm trying to figure out a way to say it without sounding insensitive because I'll tell you, okay, this is how I'll say it, and this is all I'll say. This is my stance on everything right now. Every time something like this in this country happens, where a cop kills a black man in broad daylight for nothing and walks away and gets to go home and see his kids, We've seen that since we've been in this country. I just watched a documentary today about the Emmanuel 9, about the church that was in South Carolina where the white boy went in the church and killed 9 people in the fucking church.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, and I saw they showed the footage of when the cops, because after he did that, he drove away and he drove to North Carolina, and they got him in North Carolina.
And
And
they
when
took
they
him out
pulled
all
him over,
peacefully and shit, right?
I'm sorry.
They took him out all peacefully, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they, if it was a black person, we wouldn't have fucking last. We wouldn't have lasted. We no. The man put his gun away. We would not have made it out of there in one piece. That's for sure. And my stance on the whole thing is, you know, every time something like this happens, we all get around and we all gather and we all talk about how wrong it is and we all talk about what we need to do and nothing ever gets fucking done. I'm tired of people every time something like this, Reverend Al Sharpton comes to save the day. I'm not talking bad about him, but I'm sick of seeing that shit. It's like if your wife says to you, Adam, every time I leave the house to go to work and go around the corner to get in the car, there's somebody around that corner waiting to smack me upside my head. And if every time she tells you this story, you say, "Oh, that's fucked up," and "Oh, if I was there," and blah 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 blah, and don't actually fucking do nothing, what the fuck you think that make you look like? You can't even protect your wife because you talk all of this shit, you talk all of this riled up shit, but you don't fucking do nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this happens every fucking time. Every time something like this happens, a cop can go out here and blow my son's head off right now and go home. God forbid that happen, because if that happens, I'm really going to fuck off. You really want to see angry black man in out five? You'll know when. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's happening. And I want to see mobilization. I want to see change. At first I said I wanted blood. It's not really the right way to look at things, but I got a right to be fucking angry and want blood because you bled my parents, you bled my ancestry, you bled my father, my mother, you know, for years. Hung us up on fucking poles and cut our balls off in front of our children and raped our fucking mothers and daughters and shit. And then are they wonder why we angry, and they don't want us to be, they always want us to be nonviolent, and peace and nonviolent protests and blah blah blah, because you've been poking the fucking bear since we've been here. You poke the bear long enough, the bear's gonna get up and bite your fucking head off. I told myself I was not gonna get angry and upset like this. I'm sorry. That's where I stand. Let's move on.
Thank you, Nigel. You know, and to all my white people out there, please have these discussions. Please have them. It's important. It's important to be uncomfortable. There's no. I was talking about this earlier. That there's no growth without pain and uncomfortability. We need to have moments where we have to have self-reflection, which has been a lot of, uh,
Go ahead.
if you've never had a black teacher, ask yourself why. If if you've never had a black colleague, ask yourself why. If you didn't have, you know, I think just we need to start asking why. Why is this? And then how do we go about making sure that no other generation again, ever, you know? Um,
Killer Mike said it best. He said something like, "We can end racism in this country in 20 years if we really wanted to, because it all starts with children. It all starts with teach. You got to be taught that fucking shit. You got to be taught racism. You got to be taught fucking what it means to be a bigot and what it means to feel just to feel like that for somebody you don't even fucking know and don't even care to know. Just fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Unless they show you that, that's a side to play. It all starts from children. If you 20 years is about the time that a child starts pre-K to the end of high school, and I feel like, and Killer Mike also said that too, that the systematic thinking of racism, which is amongst the people who are in charge, they run that whole game. So if you fucking start teaching the children open mindedness and the complete antithesis of what we have been taught up until now, racism in this country could cease. I'm or you would definitely see a decrease in it. I'm not gonna say though it would cease 100% totally because everybody's a hater to some degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? But it's fucking it can be done. And no one wants to change the curriculum. No one wants to change the natural order of things.
It's because it's
You know, that's
uncomfortable.
what it
It's
is. It's the
painful.
fucking natural order thing. I see it all the time living down here down south too. I never saw it. Maybe because I was not paying attention. Maybe because I might have been a little too ripped to see it. I mean, I do live in New Orleans, but at the same time, like right now is not the time to be fucked up. Right now is not the time to we got to be fucking sharp because they trying to kill us right now. It is open season on black people in America right now. Regardless of what people are trying to do to change it, the fact of the matter is it is open season on us because the president of the United States wants us fucking dead. Okay? He's allowing us to be killed in the street like fucking animals, bro. I can't say that it's the worst thing. That it's worse than like the 60s because I wasn't there. And I know that was fucking bad. Every time I see that footage of civil rights and the dogs and the fucking water hoses and being sprayed on us and sick dogs and having us out in the street and shit. They've been doing it for fucking years. And now everybody wants to fucking act all surprised. Oh, Black Lives Matter. Motherfucker, do something about it then. Mobilize. Stop fucking talking about it, dude. Oh, it makes me so mad. I actually went to a protest. And I left early because
How did you feel?
it wasn't a protest. It was like everybody in the park, Armstrong Park, get rallied up. And it just made me so upset. I got so upset. I got so mad that my blood was boiling. I'm being for real up and honest with you. I wanted to fight. I was so upset that nothing is being done. Still, this happens. This happens once a month. At this rate, think about all the black people that's been killed by cops in the last 6 months. 6 months. Okay? This happens once a fucking month, bro. Sometimes twice a month. I'm sorry.
No,
That's cool.
This is the truth. The truth sometimes hurts.
I need to play some rounds or something.
I thank everyone for being here. I thank everyone for listening to this conversation right now and for being a part of this and for being a part of our Lettuce family where we're able to speak about things that can sometimes make a lot of other people feel very uncomfortable. You know, I'm proud of Nigel for being here and expressing yourself freely, which I wanted you to do.
I tried not to. I warned you. I already told you. I
wanted you to do it because I love you, and I think it's just the right thing for the world to hear what you have to say. And
I just feel like I represent a group of black people that nobody's talking about. Everybody, there's always, I'm just, nobody wants to talk to the people who are really angry. Nobody wants to talk to people that won't really know what's fucking going on. And if you ask me, I'm gonna fucking tell you. You know. So, message.
When
I had a great talk. Oh, well, my fault. Go
we were
ahead.
speaking last night, we were talking about possible questions that. Sorry, I think we're having a little technical difficulty. What did you say?
No, go ahead. I hear
Oh,
you.
I said that we were discussing some questions uh, that you were
Yeah,
thinking
I have the
about
questions
asking,
right here.
and the third question in particular that we came up with, since a lot of this lettuce audience is a white audience, and maybe have great intentions and don't know how to follow through with them. Um, and we were talking about what we can do. Um,
In short, how can white people come correct?
how can we
And
stand with
as,
you
as far as
correctly?
standing, as far as standing with black people,
Yeah.
my answer is this: say what you mean and mean what you say. Do what you say you're going to do. One thing that really kind of bugs me in this whole thing, and really, I'm not racist. My wife is white. I got two white kids. My kids are biracial, so I couldn't be racist if I wanted to be. Nobody wants the situation to be changed more than me.
Damn straight.
Okay?
Yeah.
Nobody. But I think one of the things that really irritates me is when my white friends are over checking on me to make sure that I don't hate them. Uh, when white people ask me, what can we do to stand with you and help with this? If you have to ask me, there's nothing you can do. And the reason I say that is because everybody tiptoes over this issue all the fucking time. When we start talking about race and we start talking about the clear and blatant for 400 years of slavery and 100 years of Jim Crow, we tiptoe over it all the time. And when we talk about the blatant mistreatment of black people, nobody wants to admit fault because it's the natural order of things. Because people are so used to seeing it this way. It must be the truth. If it rains on Friday and shits on Saturday, it's the same thing because it's the natural order of things. People are so used to seeing it that way. Oh, it must be true. Oh, leave it alone. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. Well, I'll admit
Poking
fault.
the bear, poking the bear,
I
poking
have
the bear.
I have no problem to admit fault. I think that anyone who grew up in the situation that I grew up in might have some racist tendencies that we all need to get over in this country. Even the most liberal of all of us. I
I
have
totally agree. I mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
I I need to get this off of my chest too, because I really haven't been able to be creative this week. I've had a lot of self guilt about being a white musician who plays black music, and knowing that I'm successful at it, knowing a lot of black musicians who are not, and it bothers me on a huge level. And this isn't going to be something that's going to like stop me from playing music, but it's something that I had to reflect on this week, which is truth, which is honesty. You know,
That
um,
means it's working.
yeah,
That means it's working. It's like when you take a sip. If you take a sip of some really good aged whiskey and you sip it and it burns going down your throat, you know it's working. That's what
yeah,
you're feeling right now. It's the burn.
yeah, damn straight.
You're feeling the fucking burn. You don't get physically fit if you don't work out and feel the burn. That's what needs to happen. And like I said earlier, bro, in order to change the pain, you got to feel the pain. You got to get in it. You got to get in it. And accepting fault to shit like that is fucked up, but it's got to be done. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to see something. And that's the only way it can actually change is admitting the problem. Malcolm X said, if I stab you in the back and pull a knife out 6 inches, that's not fucking progress. If I pull it all the way out, it's not progress. The progress is the healing of the wound. Oof. You see? They won't even admit the knife is there, though. Huh? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw, oh my God. I don't even have to look at it because I think I can remember what it said immediately because it really spoke to me. I saw a picture of a protester with a sign that says, "This racial alarm has been going off in this country since 1619. And people have been pressing snooze all this time." That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. And you know what? I don't care if I'm really not caring if people find it hard to hear what I have to say. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. If I don't owe nobody nothing but the truth. You don't owe anybody nothing but the truth. We as humans don't owe anything to anybody but the truth. And if I really want to help you and if I really got love for you, I'll tell you the fucking truth. So you can fucking change. That's my duty as your brother to fucking tell you the truth.
Damn straight.
And if this is what it is, this is what it is, homie. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught, accept the truth or leave it alone. It's going to be what it is. The truth. All the time. You know? And I honestly, as angry as I am, I actually feel the slightest bit more hopeful than I ever have. You know? I really feel like if the way shit goes on in this country continues much longer after this whole shit, after it's been blatantly smeared in your fucking face, I'm out of here, bro. I'm out. I'm going to fucking Amsterdam where I can fucking not be looked at and treated and called the nigga behind my fucking back, and I can go up the street and get an ounce of weed and right next to it get some waffles and go right the fuck back home on my riverboat and go someplace where I ain't got to deal with none of this shit. Y'all never see me again.
You want to smoke on that for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's time. Hey man, thanks everybody.
I told you, bro, I warned you, bro. I warned you.
This is what I want.
I'm blazing over here, bro.
This is why we're here. Right? Hey, everyone, let's put on a little background music for a sec, and then we'll smoke to this for a sec.
You want to hear something new? What is that?
Some random Shmeeans stuff. You know what? I got different versions of this too. I got a version here with vibes, with Lockhart taking a solo on it. Wait till you hear that, Nigel. I'm gonna send it to you.
What?
Oh, I forgot. I'm talking to this mic right here.
Yeah, talking to microphone, bro. What the fuck you saying, bro?
Yo, I said I got a couple different versions of this. I got this, which was the original, and then I sent it vibes, put some like P-Funk type stuff all over it. And
Is this the one that you showed me when we was in fucking when we were in shit, Vienna?
no, I made it while I got home.
Oh,
When I
okay.
got home, and I sent it to Lockhart, and he takes.
Did he
I have
fucking
a
cry?
Lockhart solo.
Oh my god. Ellis Hall is gonna hook up. He's gonna hook up an old video of Locke and Ellis Hall back in like '78.
I knew it. That was my question.
He's gonna have this joint on.
Tell them about Ellis Hall.
Ellis Hall is he is he's a singer. He's a blind singer. He used to sing with Tower Power. He's the baddest ever. He plays every fucking instrument ever. And I've just been talking to him, and he played with Jeff Lockhart, somebody who from Wally's Cafe. And he's and Jeff Lockhart.
Speaking of Wally's, really quick, Paul Poindexter is in the house. I don't know if you.
I did see that.
We
Paul,
where
you at, Paul?
Bro,
Where you at, Paul?
Situation, for planting so many seeds of music. That's what you guys do, and we are.
Thank you for not kicking me out of Wally's when I was sloppy drunk and talking about George Duke over people's solos.
I actually learned a great lesson in life from Mr. Poindexter, from Paul.
Yeah. I remember
and
Paul
that
had
is
that.
like during the most heated
Paul
of
had
situations.
dog when I was down there that time.
The most heated of situations, he just put his arm around you, talk really calmly.
He would my man you to death too. Like my man. I love that, man.
That's not cool if you come in half hour late. We don't like that. I'd be like, all right, that scared me more than anything.
Maurice. He worked with Ray Charles too. He was Ray Charles's actually like protege, I guess. He was a huge mentor to him. He was even mentioned in our interview earlier today.
Back on Ellis Hall, we're talking about right now.
Yeah, back on Ellis Hall.
Yes.
He mentioned that he was he talked to Stevie too, and like Stevie's, I mean, they obviously worked together. But the one thing that was cool about that was he was talking about colors, like playing and seeing colors and whatnot, and I was like, that's so crazy because that's how I've always associated. I told you this. That's how I've always associated chords is with colors.
So, what color is a major chord?
I don't know.
If you had to guess, yellow, orange.
I don't know. Major. You mean like that major? Can you hear that?
Yes, beautiful.
Is that really clear?
Totally. You could play us a little tiny something if you wanted to.
Or this.
Next version.
That's. See, as you go up, you start to hear the bells a little more. That's because I got my dyno on. Now, if I really want to do it, oh my God, Shmeeans is gonna love this sound. Let's see. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
I forgot to play it, but that's my super dyno chorus.
I spoke to Jamie the other day, and he was telling me that my Rhodes, the one that you hooked up, Nigel, he was saying that
is Jamie in the house? I thought I saw him.
I don't know. I didn't.
I thought I saw Jamie in here.
But he was saying that they had a dyno conversion kit, and mine must have had the dyno conversion kit because
yours has
a battery in it, and it's too old to have a battery in it unless someone did it.
I don't think it was It might. I don't think it. I don't think it was Dyno. It might have been like the preamp, like the preamp booster. Could have been though, because on this one, you can't really see it, but I got the same kind of knobs that you got. Like you got the one that's inside the outside. You
Right.
know.
Right. Yep. The two.
You know.
The two knobs in one.
The two. Yeah. Exactly. And sometimes those are either dyno thing, but the dyno part is usually on the right of the rail rather than the left, where the bass and the volume and tone is and stuff. You just have bass boost and volume on yours, right?
Volume, treble, and bass.
Say what?
So volume, treble, and bass. The treble and bass.
Okay, yeah, it's the one knob. Okay, yeah. Right.
Yeah. So listen, we're gonna give something away right now. We have a lettuce mask.
Oh, word!
Yeah. So whoever
can you give me a fucking lettuce mask? I'm in the band, right?
Yeah, I need one too. Actually, send them all around.
Come on, man.
Hillary, throw them all around here. Oh shit, Lockhart.
Hillary down here.
So yeah, the lettuce mask. Whoever can type in whoever we see first over here, and it's not in like a particular order because I think the Facebook message.
Yeah, what is your format of all this?
I just say who we see, say the answer over here first. Nigel, that's who gets it. So whoever types in really quick, Nigel's favorite artist of all time.
Oh, that's so.
I know the answer to this. Whoever types that in quick, that we see over here first, will win the lettuce mask. I think there's a slight delay, so we'll see it in a sec. It'll come up. Now, us talking about the Fender Rhodes should be a big hint in that one. Someone said Stevie. That's wrong. Jordan Walker with the correct answer. Duke.
What? What is that?
Duke. George Duke.
All right, Jordan for the 3.
Yeah.
Game.
So that's game, set, match right there. Joseph Walker, you're the winner. Why don't you send lettuce message on the Facebook page, and we'll get you that.
Is he the only one that said George Duke?
No, we got 10 million people who are getting it over here.
And I must be getting it wrong. I must not be getting.
Do you not see the chat?
I do. I'm looking at it, but it's there it is. I see it all.
I said there's a slight delay sometimes.
Oh yeah, there's tons of George Dukes. Jesus.
Yeah.
And you got there first. Johnny Glass in the house.
Goeth Duke.
From George Duke. Goeth. From Locke. Wow. What's up, Locke? What's up, Farnell? What you say? Hold on. Let's see. Let's see what these people are talking about here.
I told them we don't get it in the same order.
Farnell who got it first?
Well, it's who we see first. It's more like the lotto. It's like a lotto. It popped up on our thing first.
Okay.
Because we're broadcasting to Facebook off of a different program. So.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, there it is. I think that's going to do it. I think that's going to be our Dabs with Shmeeans.
Yeah, Rich.
Yeah.
I got a whole lot more work to do.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much, and Nigel, thank you so much, and
stay up.
Let's keep it moving.
Stay sharp. C sharp. Be natural.
All right. Thanks, everybody. This has been Dabs with Shmeeans.
Love y'all. Peace.